Hey everyone, Steve Poland here, and this week I wanted to talk about a piece of equipment that can improve the clarity, cleanliness, and overall health of your aquarium, a UV sterilizer. They're very commonly used in ponds, but they can also be used in aquariums to eliminate various waterborne microorganisms, including free-floating algae. And the concept is pretty simple. It's a tube that contains a fluorescent lamp that produces light of a specific wavelength. The water flows over or around the bulb, and as the light hits the bacteria or algae, its DNA mutates, which prevents it from growing. The result is cleaner, clearer aquarium water. There are two common designs for these sterilizers. Some of them are self-contained and hang inside the tank. They have their own power head and are very easy to install. I'll link to one of these down in the description. The larger versions look like this one and can be plumbed in line with your canister filter. If you unscrew the cap, you see the bulb, which is housed inside a quartz sleeve. That sleeve insulates the bulb from the cooler aquarium water and allows it to maintain a higher UV output. Plumbing them is really simple, especially if the size of the tubing from your canister filter output matches the size of the intake and output of the sterilizer. You want to keep it on the output side of your filter so that the water is as clean as possible when it hits the sterilizer. So just cut that output hose and attach it to the intake of the sterilizer. Then attach the other end to the sterilizer output. Now in general, the longer the water is being exposed to the UV light, the more effective it will be. This is referred to as the contact time or dwell time, and there are several factors that can influence this. One is the flow rate of the filter. The second is the size of the aquarium, which, along with the flow rate, determine the turnover time of your filter. Third is the size of the sterilizer and the length of the bulb. And fourth is the power rating of the bulb. So if you have a really great filter with a high flow rate on a big tank and a small or weak sterilizer bulb, then it's not going to be super efficient. So my advice would be to research what you're buying and read the manufacturer recommendations and compare them to the specs of your canister filter. One of the most popular models is the Turbo Twist line by Coralife, and I'll link to that down in the description as well. Now there are a few other things to keep in mind with these sterilizers. Most important is that these are not a replacement for good filtration, water changes, and routine maintenance. I like to think of them as a supplement to help you get to that next level of clarity. Another thing to keep in mind is that the organisms that are impacted by the sterilizer must actually flow through it. The UV light has no residual effect, and it won't kill organisms attached to fish, like ick, or your rocks or glass, like algae, because they do not flow through the unit. And lastly, there are a couple times when a sterilizer should absolutely not be used. When first cycling an aquarium, because it could kill the beneficial bacteria before they get a chance to attach to your biomedia or substrate. And when medicating your tank, because some medications could be rendered ineffective by the UV light. So what do you think about these sterilizers? Let me know down in the comments. And if this is your first time here at this channel, then I would love to have you subscribe. Because each week, I bring you a new video sharing my experiences in the aquarium hobby. I give updates on my tanks, review products, show you DIY projects, and share tips and tricks to help you take your tank to the next level. Hit subscribe to follow along. Have a good one.